Hello everyone, welcome to Story Time with Miss Heidi. Now, the story that I'm going to be sharing with you today is called The Lion Inside. It is a story about a mouse's quest for a roar. Does anybody remember this word, quest? We have come across it before in the Smet and the Smooth. Quest. Quest. Now, quest means a long search for something, and in this case, the mouse is going on a journey to search for a roar. But why does a mouse need to find a roar, and how did he go about finding it? Without further ado, 事不宜遲, let's read on and find out. The Lion Inside. In a dry, dusty place where the sand sparkled gold, stood a mighty flat rock, all craggy and old. Craggy, crag 本身有岩石懸崖咁嘅意思 craggy 意思即係咧凹凸不平啦粗糙嘅表面啦 So stood a mighty flat rock all craggy and old And under that rock in a tiny full house lived the littlest quietest meekest brown mouse喺嚿石下面 in a tiny full house tiny 即係細嘅意思 in a tiny full house lived the littlest 最細隻 quietest 最安靜 meekest meek 嘅意思咧 meek 即係溫順嘅意思一隻最溫順嘅 brown mouse He was so very tiny So incredibly small that nobody noticed him ever at all. He was so very tiny, 好細隻 so incredibly small. Incredible 即係有少少難以置信嘅意思 Incredibly small 即係好細隻 that nobody noticed him ever at all. 從來都冇人留意到佢嘅He got trod on Ow! And sat on Ouch! And missed out for starve. He got trod on, tread 即係踐踏嘅意思 He got trod on 佢被踐踏 He got sat on, sat 即係 sit 啦如果有人坐咗喺佢身上面 He got sat on 佢俾人坐咗上去佢上邊 And missed out for starve. Ignored And forgotten 被忽視被遺忘 ignored and forgotten Yes Mouse life was tough 呢隻老鼠嘅生活都幾艱難嘅 Meanwhile far above on top of the rock times were quite different It was Lion o'clock喺嚿石上邊生活就好唔同啦，因為住喺上面嘅係一隻獅子 This huge, toothsome creature made sure everyone saw how important he was by how loud he could This huge, 大隻 toothsome, tooth係咩意思係牙齒 toothsome creature 有好多牙齒嘅一個 creature Make sure everyone saw how important 重要 he was by how loud 大聲 he could roar He was head of the pack a pack of lion 獅子係群體生活嘅動物一群獅子我哋叫做 a pack of lion He was head of the pack 佢喺佢嗰群獅子入邊佢係首領嚟嘅 He was shouty 佢成日都大喊大叫 and tough 頭先我哋話 mouse life was tough 做老鼠嘅生活好艱難嘅呢一度嘅 tough 唔係艱難嘅意思。He was shouty and tough. Tough 即係強嘅意思。He loved showing the crowd he was made of strong stuff. Yes, all were impressed by this mighty king cat. 大家咧都覺得佢好佩服佢啊。If only, thought Mouse, I could be more like that. 老鼠就喺度諗啦。If only, 如果 I could be more like that. 如果我都可以好似獅子咁就好啦。Then, late one dark night, in his Minnie Mouse bed, the cleverest thought popped into his head. 有一晚喺佢嘅腦海入邊浮現咗一個 cleverest 最聰明嘅一個主意啊。He jumped from the covers and held up a paw. A paw 動物嘅爪，我哋叫做 paw. Held up a paw. I got it, he said. What I need is a roar. 佢話我知啦，我而家需要嘅咧就係一個咆哮。I mean, what if this mouse with the weeniest squeak was a little more grrr and a little less meek? Well, he'd still be the smallest of fuzzy brown mice, but he'd make friends and join in, and life would be nice. 老鼠話：如果我呢隻老鼠，我而家咧，我個吱吱聲 squeak， 我而家個叫聲好細聲，好細聲。但係如果呢一隻老鼠嘅叫聲係 more grrr， 即係好似獅子咁嘅叫聲 ，and a little less meek， 如果我冇咁溫順呢，我都仲會係嗰一隻細隻嘅老鼠。但係 he'd make friends and join in， 佢可以識到朋友，佢可以參與人哋嘅遊戲啊。And life would be nice， 咁生活就會開心好多啦。Yes, thought the mouse. I must find out how. I will learn how to roar, and I will learn it now. 老鼠話：冇錯啦，我一定要揾出點樣可以咆哮，我要學識點樣咆哮，我而家就要學。But gulp。有陣時你睇卡通，或者睇電視嘅時候，如果有啲人好驚嘅時候，佢哋會好大力吞一啖口水，呢個動作叫做 gulp。But oh my gosh, there was only one beast who could teach him this thing, but might make him a feast. 但係問題嚟啦 ，there was only one beast， 淨係得一隻野獸。You could teach him this thing， 可以教到佢呢樣嘢嘅啫。但係呢隻野獸 ，he might make him a feast， 可能會將小老鼠變成佢嘅大餐㗎 ，a feast。So he made himself brave, and he thought like a winner. He set off for the top, hoping not to be dinner. 小老鼠攞出佢嘅勇氣。用一個勝利者嘅意識 ，he set off for the top， 跟住佢就出發去嚿石嘅上面啦。Hoping not to be dinner， 希望佢唔會成為咗獅子嘅晚餐啦。It felt like the scariest thing he could do， 佢覺得呢樣應該係佢可以做嘅最得人驚嘅一件事啦。But if you want things to change，You first have to change you， 但係佢覺得，如果你想事情要改變，首先你先要改變咗你自己先。The further he climbed, the closer he got to the slumbering lion reclining on top。佢越爬越近啊！佢越爬越接近嗰一隻 slumbering lion。slumber。瞓覺嘅意思 ，slumbering lion reclining on top recline 嘅意思係你挨住一啲嘢，呢度咧係形容緊嗰隻獅子挨住咗喺個岩石嘅上面挨住咗喺度瞓覺嘅意思。 The further he climbed, the closer he got to the slumbering lion reclining on top. Then, at last, as he stood on his tippity toes, he found himself suddenly nose to nose. Then, at last, 終於 as he stood on his tippity toes, 佢企喺佢嘅腳尖嘅時候 he found himself suddenly nose to nose. 佢發現原來佢已經同隻獅子 nose to nose 咁企啦。
Pardon me. Wake up, Mr. Lion. You've got company. Squeak. Mr. Lion, what I've come to you for is squeak. Do you think you could teach me your role?
小老鼠話Pardon me, excuse me, 唔好意思啊 Pardon me.
Wake up, Mr. Lion.
快啲起身啦 Mr. Lion, you've got company, you've got company. 你有同伴啊，即係有人喺度啊，有人喺你隔離啊 You've got company.
Mr. Lion, what I've come to you for is
我嚟呢度嘅原因呢嘅目的係
Do you think you could teach me your role?
你可唔可以教我你個咆哮啊 A silence befell that twinkling plain. 突然之間，成個平原靜晒啊 Lion opened his eyes and puffed out his mane. 獅子擘大佢隻眼，然之後吹開晒佢所有嘅 mane, lion's mane, 圍繞住獅子嗰一啲毛啊，叫做 the lion's mane. Time slowed right down. Why, it felt like a week. Then he opened his mouth and let out an The lion was shaking, his paws all a fumble. He was backing away with a scrambling tumble. 隻獅子佢喺度震緊啊！佢嗰對爪 all a fumble 即係論盡嘅意思。He was backing away， 佢一路退後 with a scrambling tumble。有陣時咧，我哋形容廣東話一仆一碌啊，一仆一碌嘅意思。He was backing away with a scrambling tumble. Don't hurt me, he whimpered. I'll try to be nice. 佢話唔好傷害我啊！唔該你走先啲啊 ！Whimpered， 有啲煙污嘅意思。當有啲人好驚嘅時候，佢講嘅就係我哋叫做 whimpered。He whimpered. Don't hurt me, he whimpered. I'll try to be nice. Well, my goodness, this lion was frightened of mice. 原來呢隻獅子係驚老鼠嘅。He was frightened of mice.
Don't worry,
Mouse peeped.
I'm a friend, not a foe.
佢話
唔使驚啊。
老鼠話
I'm a friend， 我係朋友嚟㗎。
Not a foe， 敵人，
唔係你嘅敵人啊。Let's rock this together. We'll have fun, don't you know? 等我哋一齊面對呢樣嘢啦，我哋會好好玩㗎。
That was a magical moment for sure, when Mouse didn't feel at all small anymore. He had found his true voice and learned to speak out. And for that, you don't need to roar or to shout. 老鼠佢發現，佢話當佢好勇敢同獅子講嘢之後，佢再唔覺得自己好渺小啦。He has found his true voice. 佢揾到佢心入邊嘅聲音，因為咧佢而家識得點樣去 speak out， 點樣去發聲。 And for that, you don't need to roar or to shout. 原來你唔使咆哮，原來你唔使大喊大叫，你都可以揾到你心入邊嗰一把聲音㗎。And from that day and always, the two were a pair. They both liked that rock better now that the rock was to share. The mouse, while still little, felt big in his head. And Lion, he still roared, but with laughter instead. Yes, that day, they both learned that no matter your size, we all have a mouse and a lion inside. Kids, I hope you've enjoyed reading this story with me. Remember what the mouse has taught us. No matter your size, we all have a lion inside. I hope that soon you'll be able to find that roar inside you as well. Thank you for joining me this time. I hope to see you again soon. Take care for now. Bye-bye.